What's up, fur baby lovers? It's Courtney and Lauren back with Down with Dogs. I can't wait for this episode.
Everyone.
First of all, cheers.
Cheers.
I feel like we're always cheersing and drinking, but yes, we are.
Cheers.
Go ahead and judge us. I don't care. You know what? I actually, fun fact, don't care. Fun fact, don't care. That's what my shirt says. What does your shirt say?
My shirt says 1 year equals 365 opportunities.
Oh, isn't that optimistic?
I am a very optimistic person.
Which is so funny because my shirt says, fun fact, I don't care. And she's all optimistic. By the way, if you check us out, if you're listening to this as a podcast, we are on YouTube. And coming up, we're going to be discussing all natural products for fleas and ticks. And we're going to show you the products. So if you want to see what they are and see what they look like, check out the video on YouTube. Trust me, you're going to love it. We're also on TikTok, but full podcast on YouTube.
And then if somebody clicks subscribe, then every time a new episode comes, they get to learn all about it. And you can get all these fun facts.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to click subscribe. It really doesn't. And it makes our life a lot easier. Before we get into all natural flea and tick remedies, I need a Charlie update because last week, Charlie went through some sort of vomiting diarrhea episode for like 2 weeks. If you're worried about vomiting and diarrhea, check out past episodes for what she did to fix it because it was on point. Last we left off, he was still eating rice, chicken, and then you had started him slowly on like his fresh pet or food, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so
here's the latest update. My vet friend told me.
There's so many veterinarians out there like, she's horrible. Stop her from talking. But whatever.
We're not veterinarians. We're not claiming to be. We're not groomers. We're not anything. We're just two crazy dog ladies.
Exactly. With a lot of damn knowledge.
Yes. So I had given him kibble during his diarrhea episode.
And she called me, she's like, "I had diarrhea." So what'd you give him? She's like, "I gave him just a couple of kibbles."
And then that was when he started kind of like vomiting. And she's like, "No, don't do that." So Courtney told me that when you start reintroducing your dog's kibble, you need to do it slowly and to like grind it up into little, like almost dust.
And soak, I mean, you could soak it too, if that helps. I don't know because I'm not a veterinarian, but I just know from past experience with my dog, once they've been on like a bland diet and their tummy's all settled, and then you throw in a hard piece of kibble, it's like they got to work extra to get it like digested, and that can cause more problems. So just start slow.
So I have my little ninja. So I
would like a little ninja.
I put some of the kibble in the ninja and I kind of pulverized it, and I've been sprinkling it on his fresh pet and a little bit of rice. I stopped the egg whites because I couldn't take it anymore.
Are you still adding water though?
I am still adding water. We have to make sure he stays hydrated.
That's important.
And he's been doing great. So we're moving in the right direction. He's having good poos and he's doing great right now. So yay!
Yay! Go Charlie! Go Charlie! Go Charlie! All right. So I want to talk about flea and tick meds.
Yes.
Okay. Back in the day when I wasn't a crazy dog mom, I was giving my dog NexGard. And I'm sorry, NexGard, but it caused a host of problems with my dog.
It sure did.
He gets a NexGard. He's dragging his butt. He's chewing his paws. He looks like he's having seizures. Stop the madness. At some point, I had to do all my research. When you're giving an oral flea and tick medication, you're basically putting pesticides in your dog's body. So when those other little fleas and ticks get on them and take one bite, they die.
Correct.
To me, I was like, what? I also have a problem with the collars, and I forget the names of these collars. So I stopped the NexGard, and I thought, well, I'll put on, everybody wears those, Simparica? Is that what it's called?
Simparica.
So I looked it up, and you put the collar on, but if you look at what it says, do not touch the collar, do not rub the collar, do not let pregnant women or children touch the collar. Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm all up at my dog's business 24/7, and now I can't touch him because he has this collar on. If you're putting this collar on with the chemicals and not reading, I'm sorry, start reading. Because if you're pregnant or you have children, they shouldn't be touching your dog or touching the collar.
And that's the same thing with the topical ones that you put down.
Yes.
It's the same thing. You can't touch it. You can't do it anything for, 24 to 48 hours, and it's oily and
it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start except for, so from there, I was all stressed out. And my dog's 11. So he was probably 2 or 3 at this point. And I'm like, oh, these chemicals. I'm going to try the amber collar, which I'm sorry. I don't even, you and I are into crystals.
Yeah.
Amber is a stone. They make something for children that are teething and other things for like babies. Well, they have an amber collar for dogs, and it's supposed to keep fleas and ticks away.
Yeah.
And it's like amber stones. And I'll tell you what, it looked really good on my dog.
I imagine it.
He looked like such a boho baby dog. I loved it. It did nothing. He had ticks galore. Never fleas, but ticks.
So can we back up on ticks galore?
Yes.
I know. I've seen it on news feeds. I've heard people talking about it.
This season is epic for ticks. What the hell's going on?
Okay, so here's my research that I did. I actually have the article right here, so I wouldn't opportunities. So the reason there is an increase in ticks this year.
Is it the enormous amount of rain we've had?
No.
Okay.
It is the enormous amount of acorns we've had this year.
Trust me, we've had a lot. I probably raked 3 or 4 wheelbarrows of acorns off my lawn, and I have a small lawn.
Yeah, so it says
why? What's the connection?
The Connecticut Agricultural Experiment Station is reporting that last fall there was a significant increase in acorns. And so that has an impact on wildlife such as rodents and deer. Mice are a common carrier of Lyme disease and well-known host for ticks. Often see that. So what happened is I know, I'm just stumbling.
She just wants to get it right.
I do want to get it right. I don't want to give you wrong information.
You know what? Here.
Okay.
My girlfriend, she's literally the smartest person I know.
That's pretty scary.
It is pretty scary, but you know what you're talking about. So there's all these acorns.
So it's bringing all the animals in.
Like rabbits, mice.
Mice are moles. The number one.
Really?
And they're the number one carrier of Lyme.
But wait, mice eat acorns?
Yeah.
Okay. So the enormous amount of acorns brings in a lot more wildlife who are carrying ticks and fleas.
Correct.
And mice are the number one culprit.
Yeah.
So that means if you have mice in your house, your dog could get fleas and ticks without even going outside.
Exactly. And what they're basically saying now is, and Courtney will show you her tool that she uses for ticks, and I do have one too.
Yep.
You can bring it to your local health department if you get the tick off, and bring it to the local health department, whether it's your dog, your kid, yourself, and they will send it out to be tested to see if it is carrying. There's 2 things, and one of them is Lyme, and the other one, hold on, I gotta look at my nails because it's like
you can look. I don't know what
I don't know what this one is. It is babesiosis, BABESIOSIS. Any way you talk it up, it doesn't sound good. Not a good thing.
Sounds bad.
Sounds
real bad.
So that is why this year they're saying, the health department is saying, there's been such an increase in ticks and fleas. It's because of all this wildlife that's getting into our yards.
Well, this is the first year, and I do all natural. My lawn I have a company that does all natural. I don't do any type of chemicals for weed control, but everything's all natural. And this is the first year I had them, or maybe second year, for spray my yard for flea and tick. And it's basically all natural. It's like citronella and like cinnamon, and I can't remember, spearmint, but they spray the yard. So when it was in like high season, the beginning of the summer, I just kept them in my yard, got no fleas or ticks.
Right.
For sure. But I have had to take a couple ticks off him this season.
Yeah.
And only 2 before I started a new regimen. And I can't wait to tell you about it.
And I know I've learned from people who work outside, landscapers, etc. They will put pine salt because it smells lemony, and they put it on their socks. And it keeps ticks off of their legs.
But I wouldn't put that on my dog or my yard because it's a chemical.
Right, but the lemon scent is what?
So spray lemon.
Citronella, lemon spray, all natural oils.
This is the and I think it's called Tick Check. You can get, I got this on Chewy. It comes in a pack of like 4. It also comes, and I'll show the camera. So if you're listening, make sure you check out YouTube so you can see the tool. But when I bought this on Chewy, I wanted to say it was $10. I got 3 of them. Came with a little card so that when you pull off the tick, you can identify what is it, a Lone Star tick? Is it a brown tick? Is it a deer tick? They all carry something different. And then also in this little kit I got, came with these little baggies. Like Lauren said, you can send it to your wherever health department. But this company, you can send them the tick for free, mail it to them, and they will email you if the tick had Lyme or anything. So I'm going to show it to the camera. It's super easy. It's like a little spoon. It's got a slit in it. You just slide it right under the tick and lift straight up, and it takes the whole thing out of your dog's, skin easily.
Yes.
Here, let me show you.
I have one of those as well.
I have it right by my door, my front door. All right. So what do you do for your dogs for flea and tick? What is your situation? Because I know you were giving Bravecto or something weird.
Oh,
and one
well,
of your dogs had a problem.
Charlie had a problem with Bravecto. He got very sick from Bravecto.
She called me. She's like, he's very sick.
He was shaking. He was throwing
up.
What
did you do? And she's like, I gave him his Bravecto. I'm like, take him to the vet.
Yeah. And he did have a reaction to the Bravecto. So they are currently not on flea and tick medication. Because I'm just apprehensive. They don't go down by the river. They don't, they're little dogs. I have a big yard.
I know, but I've never seen more wildlife.
I do have a lot of wildlife.
So they're not even an all natural collar.
They used to do the all natural collars. Yes.
Okay. And why not anymore?
There's this, now I can't think of the name of it. I have it in my medical kit. It's, I do have, if I ever notice that they were getting fleas or ticks, I do have the supplies at home to give them a flea and tick medication. I also have, it's Nexstar. You get it at the pet store.
Okay.
And it's for fleas. And you give them 1 tablet and it will kill all the fleas.
Well, yeah, but that's a chemical.
It is a chemical.
Like you want to make sure you don't get fleas first. I know what that is. Yeah. It actually, you're right, within 24 to 48 hours. But can you imagine though, if your dog had fleas and you had to give them that pill and it kills it within 24 to 48 hours?
I know.
That's going to be horrible.
I know. I do treat my yard with a citronella. It's got lemongrass, spearmint, and I spray the whole
yard.
The whole perimeter of the yard.
Around it. Well, then let's get into some products because I definitely have to have products on my dog. I live near a river and I walk, like she doesn't walk. Your dogs are little and she's got a huge yard. I walk my dog 2, sometimes 3 times a day, and I am down by the river. So the first thing that he wears is this Alzu flea and tick collar, but it actually naturally repels ticks, fleas, and mosquitoes. It smells like spearmint or peppermint. You can get it on any website. I mean, it smells great.
Yeah.
It's very strong, though. You have to take it out of the packaging and let it sit on your counter or in your house for like 3 days before you put it on your dog because it is super strong.
Well, that was the other one that I've used.
The Alzu you did?
I didn't do this one. I did the other one. I had 2 other types of that type of collar.
But I like these because it makes my dog smell good, too.
The ones I did not make my dog smell good.
No, this one does. This is like spearmint, peppermint, lemongrass. It smells great. But anyway, it's an all natural flea and tick collar, and you just change it every 4 months. I do every 2.5 to 3, just in high season. So here it is. There you go. Make sure you watch us on YouTube so you can check it out. And then I do have a couple other things up my sleeve. And this has been a lifesaver when I take my dog for a walk. So he's got the all natural collar, but every time we go for a walk, I will spray a bandana with this. It's flea and tick easy spray. It's for your house and your dog. It's all natural. It's vet's best. And you can spray your yard with it if you want. You can spray your couch with it. I usually give him a quick mist and I spray a bandana before we go for a walk, which is cool.
Yeah.
You don't like it? Okay. All right.
That's great.
And then this is another one. This is really good too because fleas and ticks are going to be all around your dog's face. I bought the same exact thing. This is a spray. I bought it in wipes. I think the wipes are super easy to use.
Yeah.
Why not? I don't know. I have everything. And then if your dog has fleas, you need to have this in your medical kit too. This is your flea comb. Make sure you can be like, my dog doesn't have fleas. How are you going to know? How will you ever know unless your dog is itching or the fleas are biting you? You're not going to know. You can run a little flea comb through them if you want, just to see.
Yeah.
Usually down the back or by the base of the tail. And that'll show you. But I am super excited by my latest discovery. And by the way, all of these all natural things have been working great for my dog.
Yeah.
Although the beginning of the season, even with his all natural collar and the spray, I did pull 2 ticks off of him.
Yeah.
But I decided I would vacuum my dog. So I have a dog vacuum. It's a groomer / vacuum. So every time he goes for a walk, and it's funny, if he sees me take the vacuum out and put it on the kitchen floor, he knows he's going for a walk. But I love it. Here it is here. This is my dog vacuum. Well, actually, it's a groomer. It comes with clippers you clip on the end, but you can also put a dog brush on it. Take your dog for a walk, and when he comes back from his walk, I just takes 30 seconds to go over his body, his face, his muzzle, his ears, and he's had 0 ticks in 2 months of walking him in this tick-infested neighborhood.
I literally called her one morning and I heard this noise in the background and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm vacuuming my dog.
I am vacuuming my
vacuuming
dog.
my dog. I'm like,
because I take him, and I try not to go near the river, although I live on a street called River Street, so it doesn't really matter. I'm near the damn river.
Right.
But if I go close to the river, he gets ticks. But ever since I've been vacuuming him, so if you are you don't want to put anything on your dog or spray your dog, grab this dog vacuum groomer thing and just take him for a walk and vacuum him after.
Vacuum him. But I love this idea of the vacuum, because I think that is going to be it's going to get everything off.
I'm going to show it to the camera real quick because it's going to get everything off. And I will tell you, even if you're not worried about fleas and ticks, it takes out the dander, takes out any loose hair. My dog doesn't shed, but if your dog sheds and you just turn this little sucker on and run it over his body once a day, you'll have no hair in your house.
Yep. And she did groom Gracie with this, and she looked gorgeous. It worked so well.
She did.
And
yes,
that was it's really good to use that because it sucks all the hair in.
It does.
So you don't have this big furry mess when you're grooming your dog.
There's actually a compartment that it sucks the hair in right here. You just pop it off, empty it out in the trash. You're good to go. I love this thing.
Yeah.
He's had no ticks, no nothing since I've been using it. And I'm going to use it forever on him. In fact, I might vacuum you today.
Vacuum me?
Yeah, why not?
Why are you vacuuming me?
Just to test it out. just to test it out. Just to test it out. Anyway, can we talk about Lyme real quick?
Yes.
Have any of your dogs ever had Lyme?
Ollie, before he came to me, had tested positive for Lyme.
And it's funny because most dogs, just through just through blood work alone, if they were getting their annual blood work, not blood work for Lyme,
right,
show that they've been exposed to Lyme.
Yeah, he tested positive for Lyme.
Yeah. He probably didn't test positive. He showed that he'd been exposed to it. If he had tested positive, she would have put him on doxycycline for a month.
He wasn't with me.
Oh, okay. So
this is when he first went to the shelter.
Okay, so he was on medication.
Yes.
So they medicated him. So
yes.
He's had Lyme.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing about Lyme. It is frigging scary. I am
scary.
Sorry. My dog one day didn't get off his dog bed. And he was just walking like a tin soldier, his back, and he was walking very stiff, wasn't interested in food. And I remember calling Lauren. She's like, he's feeding off of your energy.
Yeah, because
Lauren's like, you've had very low energy and you're not in the right Zen mode and he's feeding off you. And I was like, okay, no, there's something wrong with the dog. So then I called my mother. I'm like, Mom, Jack is acting strange. He's walking like a tin soldier. He doesn't want to get up. It's 11 o'clock. He's still sleeping. My mother said, he's feeding off your energy. Your energy's been off. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? There's something wrong with my damn dog. So day 2 or 3 of this. And
day 1. I mean,
no. Then I took him to the vet.
No, but when I said day 1, when you call us on you're upset on day 1, of course that's going to be our initial reaction. It's been one day, and you've probably been staring at him for 6 hours.
So I believed Lauren and my mother. I'm like, okay, maybe my energy's off. I got to change my energy, get my juju going. Day 2, he was even worse. So I rushed him to the emergency vet, and I should have known better because I know my dog. I mean, yeah, your dogs do feed off of you, and you guys weren't there to see it. I guarantee. Had you come over and saw him, you'd have been like, that's not Jack. Take him to the vet. But
right.
Lauren and my mother were going off of just me on the phone, which is cuckoo. So anyway, I rush him to the vet. I'm at the vet's office. By the way, thank God for my doggy diaper bag and my medical kit. I was there for 5 hours, okay, sitting on a floor that was so horrible. Hold on.
Back.
So sitting on a floor, like this horrible floor. Yeah, we're back. But thankfully I had my bath mat in the car. So I brought it in and my dog had a nice, comfortable place to lie down. I had my doggy to go bag. So I had little treats if he needed it. I had a bottle of water. I had everything we need. They tell me, oh, your dog's very ill. He might have cancer.
Yeah, they went through
was horrible.
everything.
They did blood work, full panel of blood work. His liver numbers are off. I go, of course he is. You guys have over vaccinated him since he was friggin' 1, but whatever. So they look at me like, we don't know. I go, did you test him for Lyme? They're like, why would we do that? I go, why wouldn't you test my dog for, I don't know what made me think, please test my dog for Lyme. Thank God I thought of it because they tested him. They're like, thank God they had enough blood left over from the 5 hours of blood work they were doing. They tested him for Lyme and 3 minutes came back and said, yeah, your dog has Lyme. Not only did he have Lyme, but he had something called uriclia, which is another type of Lyme.
Mm-hmm.
So he had 2 different types of Lyme.
Yeah, it's a very serious illness.
I can't even tell you. I felt so bad for this dog. Anyway, and the medication is easy. It was doxycycline, which people take.
Yep.
It's like an antibiotic.
Right.
And it was prescribed, I want to say for 30 days. And it's like, I can't remember. It's 1 or 2 pills a day. But anyway, within 24 to 48 hours, he was back to normal.
Yeah.
He was back to normal.
Yeah.
But Lyme can flare up. Once they get it, it can flare up anytime.
Right.
So, years down the road, you might see your dog acting the same as they did when they were diagnosed. Just know it's probably Lyme. They'll go and they'll test them. But can you believe that this vet clinic, and it's not my normal vet clinic. I was actually out of town. I was in Florida at the time. And maybe they don't have Lyme in Florida. I don't know. But $1,000 worth of blood work. And they never tested for Lyme until I asked them to.
I know. And
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And I think here they would probably test for Lyme first.
Yeah,
because we have so many cases of Lyme.
Lyme came from Lyme, Connecticut.
Yeah.
So yeah, they didn't test for Lyme. But anyway, he had 2 different types of Lyme.
Yeah.
So frightening. And just another quick reminder, you may think your dog has Lyme. Your dog can get bit by the tick and not show any symptoms from like 2 to 6 months. It's like a long stretch. They don't show symptoms the day after they get bit by a tick. It's anywhere between 2 and like 6 months.
Right. And I think that's the importance of getting those ticks off as quickly as possible, because in the article of my research, it said it takes up to 24 hours for the toxins to get into their bloodstream. So the sooner you find that tick and get it off of them, the less likely they will be to contract any type of Lyme.
Yeah. Okay. Well, to recap, if you want to do all natural, we're all natural. Lauren's a little more all natural than I am. She's like a nothing. She's like, I don't do anything unless they need it.
I do. They're heartworm. I do Interceptor Plus.
Oh, yeah.
I know you don't
want to talk about that.
I know you don't want to talk about that.
But I'm talking about flea and tick. You're all natural. She's like
I'm all natural.
You don't do anything.
I don't.
Really?
No.
Okay. And I like to do minimal. So who knows if this is even working, except for he's good right now.
Yeah. And I do treat my yard.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you want to be all natural, just look for anything all natural. Flea and tick spray. Vet's Best is good. They've got wipes. They've got sprays. I love the Al Zoo all natural flea collar.
I know one thing that I do for ticks. I drop my lawnmower blade all the way down.
Yes! Mow the hell out of your lawn. Yes. Long grasses
is where the ticks live.
Yes, and in leaves. Yeah. Mow your grass down to the dirt. You don't need a lawn. You need a healthy dog.
That's right. And I have no lawn whatsoever. My front yard is fine. But my backyard, my neighbor's like, you're not going to have to mow again until September. And I'm like, good. I don't want to mow.
I don't want any fleas or ticks in this yard.
And it's like dirt flying up while I'm mowing, and I'm good with it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, don't forget, watch us on YouTube because you can see all the products that we just talked about. I will also tag the products and like put them in the comments in case you want to like check out all natural products. And then next episode, I'm calling Hot Dog Summer. Does your dog need to go on a diet? Do they need to have a hot dog summer? Because I know somebody whose dog needs to go on a diet. Little Gracie has gained 4 pounds.
She has.
She is a fatty.
She is.
And she's tiny. So she gained 4 pounds. That's a lot. So we need to put Gracie on a diet. We're going to start now so that when we do
see how things go.
Yeah, because when we do our hot dog summer, episode, I want you to give us some tips and tricks
I will do that.
on like how to get your dog to lose a little weight.
I certainly can do that.
All right, that'll be our next episode, Hot Dog Summer. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on the iHeartRadio app, or everywhere you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Don't forget to subscribe, and then you have access to all this amazing information right at your fingertips.
Yeah, we're going to maybe film some extras as well that go up on YouTube only. So you need to subscribe on YouTube if you want a little extra chit chat from the girls
Yes.
and their pups. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm going to go spray my dog down with this all natural stuff.
And then she's going to vacuum me.
Yeah, I am. All right. Guess what? Don't care.